Good morning, everybody. It's 6 a.m. It's time for yoga. We are on day 9 of our 30-day yoga challenge. Thank you for joining me. Let's start in a standing position today. Start getting rooted down with our feet. And let's start with the head today. Roll the neck side to side and all the way around. Couple of times each direction. And let's get the shoulders in there. Up and back. Up and back. Really dig in. Try to reach those shoulder blades together in the back. And forward and down. Forward and down. Forward and down. Hands overhead, reaching tall. Oh, extend the spine. Reach through. All the way up. On your feet if you like. Get a little movement in the ankles here. And release. Take it down. Tiny little side bend to the right. Just take the hand halfway down. And slide your hand halfway down the other side. Start warming up the side body. A couple of times each direction. Woo. One more time. Hands overhead. Reaching tall. Oh, forward fold. All the way down. Start checking in their lower back. Raise it up halfway, flat back, gazing forward. And release, ragdoll. Let your torso just hang. Whew. The weight of your head pulling you down. Again, feeling how that lower back feels today, how the hamstrings are feeling. Come back all the way back up. Arms overhead. Let's kick those hips out to the left. Through center, into the right. One more time each side. To the left. Through center and the right. Release, take a step to the left. Take a step to the right. And let's go all the way down into our squat. Keep a little movement in. Relax. Take stock of those inner thighs. Press the elbows into the inside of the knee for support. Hands pressing together. And release. Hands down. Walk the feet back together. Woo. Shoulder width apart. All the way up. Ooh, stretch it all back. Nice little back bend. Through center, release. Shoulder rolls. And let's sit down in our chair. You can take your chair rotation when you're ready. Grab down through the feet. Through center and release. All the way up. And forward fold, swan dive. Woo. Take the hands out. Step it back. Down dog. Woo. Hips high, shoulders and chest reaching for the pool. Pedal it out. And bring it forward into plank. Engage the core. Pull it back into down dog. Forward to plank. And back into down dog. A couple more times. Forward to plank. And back to down dog. One more time. Forward to plank. Engaging that core. And back into down dog. Pedal it out. Whew. And this time we're going to bring that right foot forward. And we're in our lunge, our lizard lunge. Straight from down dog. Move your foot around until you can find your space for your lizard. Whew. My lizard's a little crooked today. And release. Step it back. Down dog. Pressing through the shoulders and chest. Take a little pulse here. And step the left foot forward. For our lizard lunge. Keeping the knee up, or you can drop the knee, of course. And release. Step it back, down dog. Walk it all the way forward. Standing up. One vertebrae at a time. Hands overhead. Woo. Reaching tall. Grab your strap. Woo. Let's do some arm mobility. So you want to take the strap over top. So you can see this. Take our strap over top. And we're going to rotate the arms, keeping a nice amount of tension between the strap. In other words, we're pulling out as we're doing this. So keeping that tension alive on the whole bit of the strap. Up. And release down. Bring it back up. Right. To the left. Challenge here. Keep your hips, your sit bones locked onto the floor, or keep your feet in a nice gentle position if you're standing. One more time. And then let's take it behind. And forward. Behind. Stretching the shoulders really nicely. And back. Woo. Drop the strap. Shoulder rolls. If you're seated, come on back up to a standing position. Woo. I'm going to work on our tree pose here. Just a second. So we're going to come into our standing position, our mountain pose, reaching tall. Hands release, nice and gentle. Even out your weight distribution. Bring the weight into the ball, your right foot. Anchor in. Come up onto the ball of the foot with the left foot. And simply turn the ankle in so the heel touches. There you go, that's your low tree. You can add the arms. Whew. I am not very steady this morning. This one takes a lot of concentration. And of course you can bring that heel all the way up the leg if you like. Feels like I need to stay right here today. Bring the arms overhead or in a T. That feels more stable. Or hands to heart. And release. Easy tree. Maybe the other side. Even your feet out. Find your balance on that left side. Anchor in. Engage the glutes. Lift up that right foot. Turn the knee out. And just find that first stage. Of course, if you like, you can bring your leg up here, all the way up. I'm gonna stay right here today and work on this balance. Arms overhead. Or at the waist. Or in a T. Or hands to heart. And release. Unwind. Step it out, step it out. Whew. Forward fold. Hands down. Step back. Down dog. Whee. Hips high. Shoulders and chest reaching for the floor. Pedal it out. Check in with those hamstrings. See if they're loosening up. Check in with the lower back. And drop it to the knees this time. Cat-cow. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Cat. A few times each direction, really getting into the pelvic tilt on this one. And paddle the feet. Bring the hands up just a little bit. Curl the toes under and back into down dog. And walk it all the way back up. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Hands overhead. And release. Find that tree again. Equalize the weight on the right. Up on the ball of the foot on the left. And just turn that leg out. And find your space. And release. Hands overhead. Equalize your balance. Release the hands and find your tree on the left. Just got a baby tree today. And release. Walk it out. Walk it out. Take one step left, one step right, and lower down into our squats. We love our low squats. Press the hands together. Press the elbows through the knees. Nice and secure. Release the hands. Step it back, down dog. Forward to plank. 3 times here this time. Down dog. To plank. Engaging that core. One more time. Down dog. To plank. This time lowering down. Chaturanga to cobra. Engaging the glutes. See how your cobra is expanding over time. The more we do it, the more flexibility you're creating in the front body and your spine. Being able to breathe deep while you're in cobra. One more breath. and release. Back through all fours. Let's take it into child's pose. Pressing through the floor. Try to reach the hips, the sit bones back onto the heels. Grab your block. Rest your head on the block for a second. Whichever height works. Play around with it. It feels good. Release those inner thighs, the hips. Check in with the hip rotation here. Take it side to side. Make sure your torso is coming between your legs. Take it down even farther. And release. Slide it forward. Release the legs. Come all the way down to the belly. Right ear to the floor. Check in with that low back. See what's going on. Bend that right leg. Anchor through the left foot. And reach back. Grabbing that foot. You can also use your strap for this. You can lasso your foot and use the strap. Give this a nice stretch in the quad, also the lower belly. And release. Reverse your ears. Bring it to neutral and bend the left leg. Reach back and grab that hand. Grab that foot. Nice quad stretch, lower back stretch. Lower belly stretch. Oh, hi. Oh, my assistant's here. Yay. Thanks, sweetie. And release. Now take the knees a little bit wider. We're going to just lift up our front body a few times here, pressing through the belly. Lift up. You can bring your hands to your side of your chest here too. Tiny little cobras, little baby cobras. Hello. And keeping the head neutral. Hi. Reach back with your right hand and grab that foot. And then reach back with the left foot. And watching the rotation here. Grab the left foot as well. And you can stay right here, of course. Or you can gaze forward and lift up. Eventually we want our legs to get up off the ground as well. Bow pose. And release. And roll it all the way back into a child's pose. Check in with your child's pose here. Rest your head on your arms or the floor. And release. Bring it on up. Let's stay on our knees here. Let's sit back onto our heels. With a little weight in the heels here. Ankle flexion. And take it from side to side. Get a little motion in there. Leaning back. Take a little back bend if you've got it. Drop the head. The arms go long and lean. Feel the extended stretch through the quads here and the ankles. And release. Woo. Coming back up onto all fours, cross the feet in the back. Ooh, it can feel really increased blood flow in my ankles now. That feels nice. Coming back into an easy seat. Remember, reverse your easy seat from time to time. Whew. Let's take our tiny twists here to the right. A few breaths here. And take it a little deeper. And release. Through center. Oh, arch the back. Release seated cat cows. Each direction. And take our tiny twist to the left. Few breaths here, and then deepen your stretch. And release back to center. Woo. Legs out straight. And reaching. Do some little pulses forward here. Feel how that engages your hamstrings. How does that make your lower back feel? How can we adjust this pose to make it more palatable? Well, let's take our strap and pull with the strap. Releases some of the tension on the back. And the hamstrings get to a nicer, fuller stretch. And release. Too far back. Lean it back. Pulling the legs up to our boat. Engaging the core. Keep the legs nice and straight. Chest high. Gaze soft. Two more breaths. And release. Bend the knees out. Come right into our butterfly pose. Check in with those inner thighs. Oof. This direction is still a little tight today. Let's work on that. Bringing the feet in. And remember, you can take your blocks and put them under your knees to get a deeper stretch. Wiggle yourself in between your legs. Make sure you're bending at the hip, not the waist. Pulling yourself through. Let the weight of your torso coming this way stretch out that lower back and the inner thighs. Deep breaths into the belly. And release. Releasing the legs. Lasso those feet again. Bring them out straight. Lean back into our boat. A supported boat. Legs straight, chest nice and open and tall. And release. Bring the soles of the feet together one more time. Butterfly. Woo. Much better stretch this time. It's amazing how our muscles and our ligaments and our tendons loosen up and feel better with repetition and longer holds, giving us more mobility, more flexibility, more easier recovery time. That's the biggest thing. If you do yoga on the regular, you're going to recover a lot quicker during your actual swim, bike, run segments. Just having that extra mobility will help you in your specific sports. And release. Let's stack those knees and ankles. Take a tiny bend forward. The flexor's still a little tight this morning. Wind and reverse. Ankles over knees, knees over ankles. Leaning forward. Nice stretch in that hip flexor. Woof. And release. Find your easy seat, your most comfortable easy seat. Whew. One more shoulder roll and neck roll. Feels good. Okay. And release your arms into a nice gentle position. If you know a mudra, you can add that in. Or just place your hands on your knees or your hands to heart. Just take a minute, close your eyes. Think of everything and nothing all at the same time. 1 minute, 15 breaths. Close your eyes. And begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Come back into yourself. Open your eyes and greet your accessory cat if you have one. All right. Thank you for joining me for yoga today. We on day 9 of our 30-day yoga challenge. I'll see you tomorrow again at 6 a.m. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.